Some in the chat are talking about Najee Harris to the Cowboys.
I mean, it would make sense for Dallas. Definitely would. Because I mean, right now you talking about pulling up with Zeke and Pollard. Might as well throw Najee in there. You feel a lot better about the scenario.
Okay, this is coming from 93.7 The Fan. Adam Crowley.
Shout out to the crowd, man.
Dropped a bombshell rumor. Says, here's a hot Steelers trade rumor. Comes from one guy from Fanside and the other guy from Bleach Report, so I don't know if it's the most credible thing.
Okay.
I don't know if it's not. But both of these guys say they have Steelers sources, and the rumor is this: Cowboys could be interested in trading for Najee Harris.
Okay. Well, let's see. What's the Cowboys? Because I know they signed Zeke, so let's see.
He's saying the report here is that it would be a 4th-round pick for next year.
Let's pull up the Cowboys. Because, yeah, Pollard
Would you
is
do that
gone.
for Najee?
Pollard's gone. Deuce
4th-round
Vaughn.
pick? I'd rather have
Zeke.
Najee around. I think it's more valuable to keep him around for a year. That is if he wants to be here.
Well, yeah, because right now, Dallas, Pollard is gone. Excuse me on that one. Is he at Atlanta? No.
I don't know where he signed.
went. Yeah. Pull up where he went, because right now for Dallas is Zeke Elliott, Deuce Vaughn, Royce Freeman, and Rico, was it Dodal? Yeah.
Titans for Pollard.
Titans. Okay. Well, yeah, it was this offseason. Good call. Najee would make a lot of sense in Dallas. I could definitely see how that one work. Now, you said that you wouldn't take a fourth rounder. I mean, every pick is a future right now. I was like,
right.
This is a picture.
It would be the 2025 fourth.
Yeah.
No, it's not enough. I think he's more valuable on the roster for this year.
What do you get if you don't trade anything for him and he just left in free agency then? Because he's not going to get paid enough for a comp pick.
Yeah, I just think having him around this season is better than not having him around, though. Like, where are we getting that production from? Unless Omar's
You
wheeling
just
and
told me
dealing.
that we could get any.
I do believe that.
Style,
I do believe that. But I also do think that is part of Najee's value to the team is just the consistency and that he is going to be available. He doesn't put the ball on the ground. Like, all that stuff.
That's the combo.
And that he is productive, like generally productive.
So is that production more valuable than a 4th-round pick or a 3rd-round pick?
It is.
But it's not enough for a $5 or $6 or even $7 million multi-year extension, though.
That's where we're at. Yeah.
I'm with you. That's the craziest part, and I'm sure that's why running backs feel like they're talking to a wall
because Zaire says a 3rd. Now that might be a different story.
But if I'm Dallas, I'm not giving up a 3rd for Najee when I know you're not trying to do anything long term, at least to the extent that you decline the 5th-year option. So clearly you don't love him.
They need a running back that they can feel good about, though.
Well, you can make a case they still feel halfway decent about Zeke. Zeke got good memories. Zeke has good feel. Think about this. Think about it like this, right? If when L. Bell left the Jets, if he would have came back to Pittsburgh, we would not have looked at him the same as when he went to Kansas City, because he would have been coming back to us where he had his most success. That's how Dallas is going to look at Zeke to an extent. It's like, it ain't the same.
He was tailing off at Dallas.
Right.
Though. Bell wasn't tailing off here.
But in terms of Dallas, though, they still remember his best moments. So, bro, you still swear on 7 because of his best moments were here. So that's what I'm saying for Dallas. They still got people just go look at Zeke like, bro, I know what Zeke can do. I didn't see what Zeke did. I remember what Zeke did.
Is that what your family's saying?
Some of them, yes.
Oh, man.
Not everybody, though. Because at the same time, it's like, yo, we gotta wait and see what Zeke, all right? Which version? Is it pre-Cabo Zeke or is it post-Cabo Zeke? We need to find out.
They still need someone with him no matter what.
Oh, 100%.
Do they feel great about Deuce Vaughn?
To an extent, but I don't love it. I think it's still light. That's why I'm saying if Najee is the guy, yeah, that makes a lot of sense for Dallas. But that's why I'm asking for us, what does that look like? Because if you're Dallas, what's the point of giving up a 3rd for Najee, right?
Keep him around long term, then. Maybe you give him the extension.
That's what I'm saying. You know what the style is, though, when it's coming in here. I'm pairing Big Bruiser with Zeke, which is at this stage more
field.
sweet
Najee
feet.
said he runs better on turf. He likes turf fields.
Yeah.
Faster on turf, I guess, maybe.
Well, you got better grip, yeah.
Yeah. I think it needs to be a 3rd for us.
For us to win it, a 3rd, yes. I think fair is a 4th. But I don't want fair for Najee.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Not for this year. I want to win that.
I want to see what we got here with Arthur Smith and Russ and Najee, Jalen, Pickens, like this whole thing that we got going right now on offense.
Not Jalen. Najee would love Dallas, though, bro. You think you got your receiver, you got your quarterback, you got pieces around you. And there are a lot already in terms of the continuity is already there. Whereas for us, we got new pieces, and we're saying that we obviously got to account for them gelling, all get on the same page, new coordinator, everybody on the same page with that, and then the results producing, everybody staying healthy. For Dallas, you're not dealing with none of that. You got the same coach, you got same playmakers, same playbook, same leader in terms of Dak. So in terms of coming into there, it's just way less moving pieces and more people that will help Najee be able to have the most success. Now you can make a case whose O-line is better because we both kind of revamped our situations, but that's the one thing with Najee. Like, yeah, I could definitely see you might be appealing, or at least from your side, that situation being appealing. And I know from Dallas, it would definitely be appealing. Yeah,
I could see it. Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to do it if it's Steelers.
I just don't know who the automatic Najee replacement is then. Because I think you can replace running backs.
You ready, Deke? Here we go. I'm going to pull up.
Is Fournette still out there?
Let's see. Free agent
I
running
think you
backs
can
on
replace
Spot
Najee, but at the same time, it's no guarantee.
So here we go.
It's no guarantee. At least we know what we're getting with Najee.
All right. So Pete game.
And that's the value that he brings.
So you got Damian Harris. He was up in Buffalo. Personally, I was a fan of him. He just got knocked out at the wrong time, and James Cook took over. And then we had another dude, Ty Johnson, take over. He kind of got buried. Damian Harris, though, gives me some of those vibes with the vision. Not as good as Najee. I'm not saying he's as good, but in terms of could he give you some of that to offset it, I do personally feel like, yes, he could. You got Cam Akers. He's available.
No.
Matt Breida, he's available. Rashawn Penny's available. Kareem Hunt, he's only 28, actually. That's interesting. He was about to be 29. But Kareem Hunt's available. Latavius Murray, I feel like he's a little bit too older for what I want, but also I've already seen him a year ago do what we're asking with the combination of Latavius Murray, Damian Harris, you know what I mean? Where you use 2 to 3 different dudes to kind of give you this one style, and it's complemented by the guy over here. Whether it was a Devin Singletary, obviously, like I said, James Cook these past year.
So. Yeah, he's old.
Marlon Mack's another guy that's available.
No.
So, yeah, so that's kind of how I look at it. It's like, if you're not going to go Najee, you're going to use...
Where is Fournette at?
I don't know where he's at right now, but he wasn't up here on Spot.
Is he still on Buffalo? I guess he's still with Buffalo. No, he's a free agent. He's not on the list.
He's not on the list, though, yeah.
Spot rack slipping.
Yeah, because you understand, you was looking at saying, I was looking at right, yeah.
I still need a third. With all those names, I think I need a third.
Because I could make a case, man. Give me some Leonard Fournette. I go with Damian Harris, or I go with Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt.
We still got Patterson.
Yeah, I still got a Cordero. I still got a Jalen Warren. Neither one of those dudes are going to cost a ton. Fournette probably cost the most of the group.
Damian Fournette Harris, washed.
It wasn't. He was what?
3.5 2022 with the Bucks. Didn't do anything with the Bills
because you had James Cook. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't feel like Buffalo was like, yo, we're excited, but James Cook was playing crazy, and that's why I was like, bro, we ain't about to see you.
He's a guy I would call up though if we made the trade.
Leonard Fournette, I would go Leonard Fournette first, Damian Harris second, Kareem Hunt third, because Kareem Hunt obviously a little bit older, but I'll probably go that direction if we did move on from Najee, and I needed something this year to offset that. I'm
trade
gonna take
for Abanikanda too.
Oh sure, you throw him in the mix, like yeah. I just didn't want to keep giving up stuff. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to. I don't think, because didn't the Jets pick up some running backs in the draft?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so he'll be easily available. It could just be a late round pick swap or something. We don't have to give up anything to get him.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I'm not gonna have the singular Najee, I'm trying to spend $3 to $4 million on bodies that can give me that, because that's what we'll be willing to pay. But does he accept that? And that's partly why we are where we are. But I think that could definitely work. In the names we listed, I think the way that we're talking about utilizing them with Patterson, with Warren, I think that could definitely
work. So are you doing a fourth? With all that being said?
Well, I'm not allowed to answer this, because me personally, I'm a double agent in that scenario. Because
wait, why?
Because Dallas. I'm like, bro, I love it for Dallas.
If you're the Steelers, then put on your Steelers.
Right. If I'm the Steelers,
you got a Steelers hoodie. Huh?
Yeah. If I'm the Steelers, I don't love it 4-4. No, I want more. because it's Najee. And I know what Najee's production is going to give me this year is more valuable than what that 4th pick that I can't even use this season. I just think I have more value in Najee this year than I do in that future.
I think he's the better option versus all those guys that you just named.
I think it just makes it a lot more challenging for me. I think I could still get it done without him.
Yeah.
But I think it makes it a little bit more challenging.
A little more risky.
Yeah. And I have to worry about, instead of one personality, one guy's ball security, one guy's availability, now I have multiple guys' personality, availability, ball security. And we're also naming guys that have been stars at some point. How do they play well in the pin now, where it's like, yo, you don't get to just say it's your ball no more. You got to play with, all these cats in here. I don't know how they going to all respond to that. That's the other part of it. And so it's like, he just takes he just gives me peace of mind. But is peace of mind necessarily the best decision? And that's another combo.
Yeah. Yeah, that peace of mind is worth keeping around for this year. Yeah. But obviously not worth picking up a 5th-year option on.
Yeah. But if I get a 3rd for him, I ain't tripping. A 3rd, I like it.
You would do the 3rd.
A 3rd, I'm interested.
I think you'd have to do the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the 3rd. Because I look at it as, if he were to go somewhere in free agency and get a big deal, I would have got a 3rd-round draft pick in response for him. I don't think he goes anywhere and gets that big deal where I would at least equate a 3rd-round comp pick. So that's what I'm saying to myself. If I could get any type of 3rd for a trade for him, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because I think that's the fair trade, or me getting the most I could recoup back from this decision in the first place.
Yeah, and you feel like you can replace him to an extent this year.
Right.
Immediately.
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't see a 1st-round pick for Najee. I don't see a 2nd-round pick for Najee. Not at this stage.
No. And who knows? Maybe the market kicks up during the season for him.
I mean, shoot, you see how
running backs get hurt.
Think about how they talked about Saquon. It was always like, man, we weren't even supposed to do this, but we just did it because it's Saquon. It's like, yo, I don't think people view Najee to that extent right now. But with the right person not playing right or being hurt, Najee
and the Cowboys are that scenario right now in the off season because of what they got. It's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
Najee would cook in Dallas though, bro. The offense would be perfect for him. He would definitely cook out there. But the same way I think he would cook here is why I think he would cook there. I just think there is just less questions, because instead of it being, is Russ able to do this here? It's like, I've already seen Dak throw for 4K consistently there. Instead of me saying, can GP develop
their question marks
this?
are playoffs.
Playoffs, right. But it's like, yeah, if we're talking about you're guaranteed you're there, and now we're saying, can you do those things? I think that's
a good regular season?
Right. I think that's a way different convo than where we're at right now, in the sense of, can Russ do this? Can GP do that? Can Move step into this? Will Najee be this? What about Jalen that? What tackle is playing here versus here? Is he going to do? I just think we have a little bit more of that where we're at right now, whereas for them, like we said, can you get out of the division round? Because we know you're going to be hosting. Can you get out of the division round, man? And if you make it to an NFC championship, can you actually look like you belong there too? I think it's just different.
They haven't been there in how long?
You see what I'm saying? I think it's just was it because Romo, that was division round, the Green Bay game.
I think it's probably since Aikman. It's probably been 30 years.
Yeah, bro. So I'm like, it's a different set of questions, but they are a lot. Their floor is a lot higher though, because it's like, yo, we know y'all go cook every regular season. Like, we know where you're at right now. Whereas, like I said, for us, we just, all right, we have all the prerequisites to do that. Let's just see, will it all come together this year?
We know we'll at least get 9 wins.
Absolutely.
We'll at least get 9 wins.
Absolutely.
All right, we going back to these supers?
Yeah, man. Y'all hit that like button one more time for the coach if you haven't done so. And don't forget to subscribe.
The weird part about that 3rd is, like, I'm not feeling great about it because I still want Najee around this year, but it's almost just like you have to do it.
Yeah. Kind of like trading Claypool for a 2nd.
Yeah.
You have to. If it was for a 3rd, we're like, 4th, get out of here. A 2nd, you're like, how'd you do that?
Like, I'd rather still have that security of Najee here, but knowing what the future holds with him, most likely, it's just like you have to do it. Yeah. And you can't. I think you can replace Najee's production. You can. You just got to figure that out, and it is a little bit risky, but you can.
Yeah, And X concepts, man, I get it, man. He is not a fan of trading a clear RB1. He thinks it makes 0 sense. And on paper, that is accurate. But look at it less about, or look at it instead of exclusively talking production, you also have to factor in the business side. And that's the root issue with Najee's contract 5th-year option. It's not an issue of if he's talented enough to be RB1 or if he's the RB1 or the guy that we trust. It's the value of the position, and now it's time to determine whether or not we want to commit this investment long term to him. And we're running out of time in the sense of if you don't make that move this year, you don't get that opportunity next year if he's already left or he's a free agent. So that's the part where we're just trying to figure out if we don't love him to the point we want to sign him long term. Well, is it a better approach to potentially try to move him and get an asset for him?
Yep.
And knowing that there are teams like we brought up Dallas specifically that could definitely be in the running back market still. The same way we're still in the wide receiver market, post-draft, post-trade, we're still very much in the market, right? You hear the trade rumors, the dudes free agency that me and Deke talking about, we're still very much in that market. Think of Dallas in the running back room in a similar vein. They're still looking, saying to themselves, well, who are the free agent options? You want a Damian Harris? You want a Latavius Murray? You want a Leonard Fournette? All right, who are the trade options? Who didn't show up to OTAs? Okay, who didn't get their 5th-year option picked up? Who has a RB2 that is pushing for RB1 like Tony Pollard and Zeke a couple years ago, right? Like, who's in those scenarios where they're looking and they're saying, well, hey, is that their version of James Conner? And they're going to let the L Bell kind of do what he wants right here? Because if that's the case, that's why you talk about potentially moving those type of dudes. And that's the big reason why we even, are where we are right now with Najee, man. But I definitely get it, though, man. I definitely get it.